Hey Cancer, welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives. There are many layers of meaning. In my readings, I'm going to touch on a few. It may or may not resonate, so hear me and feel me for best results. Sometimes the roles can be reversed, and viewer discretion is advised. Cancer, I'm going to need you to calm down, okay? It's your calm down reading. For February, happy Black History Month. We're doing shadow work this month, getting rid of those generational curses. Figured Black History Month is a good time to do that. All right, and that is for the benefit of all beings. All are welcome. Okay, fantastic. Let's check into your reality. Your current reality is as follows. Burning some karma. It's bittersweet. There's positives and negatives, pros and cons to this thing. There might be some passionate emotions hidden under a calm, cool surface as well. But either way, there's repair happening, okay? You might be rebuilding your entire identity right now. Okay? Let's crack it open. Yeah, you got some anger, some rage. Are you upset with God? Is that happening? You're upset about a divine calling? You're upset that God's will is different from yours? I know that feeling. I certainly do. Which is why, if that's you, you have to burn this karma. Yeah. If that's you, the Creator has just tossed you in the oven. It's like, nope, make that one over again. Okay, this might not be you. May or may not resonate. Get off on your floor. It could be somebody you're dealing with. All right, but some feminine energy is furious. And maybe hiding it a bit. Maybe keeping it under wraps just fucking barely. You know what I mean? Just barely. Like you can feel the heat radiating off of this bitch. But she may not be expressing it as overtly as she's feeling it. And it may ultimately be coming from the fact that her will and the will of God is not aligned. She's mad at it. So she's being remade. She's got karma to pay. Okay? Hopefully that's not you. If it doesn't resonate, fantastic. Good for you. Just stick around for the good story. All right? If that's you, I'm sorry. Okay? We all have to pay karma. Don't feel bad. Okay? You might have just skipped a few karmic payments. So now you got to double down. Okay? So don't worry about it. Everybody pays. Okay? It's excruciating. I know. But once it's paid, that's the good news. It's paid. You feel me? So get her done. All right. So let's go into how you can center yourself, because let's begin to walk away from this rage if this is you. Let's begin to be remade then. Let's begin to align with God's will then, if that's the issue. Right? Okay, so step 1, centering ourselves. What do? Here's what we do. The first thing that occurred to me, I don't mean to be offensive. The first thing that occurred to me, grow up. Okay? Expand your awareness. All right? You got to think bigger. Okay? Maybe your thoughts are too confined. All right? The Creator may be calling you. So whatever has caused this rage, I suspect, is how hard God had to hit you in order to get your attention. So now that God has your attention, okay, take a look at this, the broader perspective. Adulthood, what is that? What is adulthood? What is the difference between an adult and a child? Adult privileges, the ability to release and indulge in the privileges of adulthood, because what? As an adult, you have the right to do that because you're supposed to be wise enough to know when to stop indulging, right? That's the big myth of adulthood anyway, right? Is that you're supposed to know when to draw the line. All right. And so learning when to draw the line is growing up. That's what that is. Okay. So have a great time, you know? Be glad that you're going through the process of earning your stripes as a real full-fledged adult. And that has nothing to do with the legal drinking age. That has to do with your exposure to knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and your ability to apply it to your life effectively, right? So let's get deeper. Yeah. Okay, you're uncomfortable. All right, there's another woman involved. Okay, or, you know, there are two women involved. Depends on if I'm talking to a masculine or a feminine or a hetero or a gay or whatever. You know what I'm saying, right? Okay, cool. Somebody else, right? Two people that are concerning you. Either yourself and another person due to somebody you're caring about, or um, due to someone you're entangled with. I get the sensation that you are kicking rocks because of some sort of empress figure. Let me see. What you need to do is see with loving eyes. What you need to do is to be rooted in your worth. You need to know your worth. That's what the growing up is leading you to doing. You don't understand your worth, apparently, if you're the person who this is about. You don't understand your worth. And that is not in alignment with God's will. God doesn't like that. God loves you if you're alive. Just saying. That's an opportunity. Okay? So you were afforded this opportunity, and that is an indicator that you have been selected to have a divine purpose. You weren't lined up with it. The Creator had to hit you with something. She had to throw a shoe at your ass or some shit. I don't know. Okay, but you're not feeling it. You're kicking rocks about it. But really, you're either over concerned about somebody who is extremely confident, who, is, the proverbial mythological, archetypal other woman kind of thing, who we tell ourselves stories about this woman, she's this, she's that, and really, when we're talking down about the other woman, what are we afraid of when we're doing that? We're afraid she's really a great girl, really a great person, better than us, prettier than us, more important than us, whatever than us, right? And it's not even about that. It's a reflection. It's something for you to reflect on. Okay, because why is the Empress energy over there from where you are? That's the problem. It's because you're not rooted in your self-esteem. That's why you're being made over. Something happened to the core. But you can't have this kind of success without lining up with God. The Empress is aligned with God. You must go through that process. That's a must. That is a must. But the good news is pain doesn't last forever. Very painful, but it doesn't last forever. Okay? It's part of growing up. It's part of growing up. It can be excruciating. Okay? Like childbirth. Okay? Center yourself in that. Be relieved that you'll have the opportunity to stand as an empress yourself. You got to repair your self-esteem. Self-love tour, all 2021. All right, what can you do to relax? What can you do to relax? There's some things you can do as these waves of, anxiety or anger or whatever come up. How can you relax yourself back on down to calming down? Get that dough, okay? Yeah, get some work done, okay? Yeah, get involved. What are you good at? Get into your craft. Are you a craft person? Get into it. Whatever that it is, throw yourself into it. All right? Get out there, do some volunteer work. Okay? Whatever. It ain't got to be that, but I'm just saying. You need to be mingling and producing and getting profit. Okay? Am I right? Nobody's mad at profit. So, okay, wait a minute. Hold on now. Hold on. Sexual healing. Are you a sex worker? I don't know. For anybody who's a sex worker, if that's your craft. I don't know if I should be recommending that you throw yourself into it. But let's get another card just so we can understand that. Yeah, do the right thing. Okay, cool. Do the right thing with your sexuality. Okay? Whatever it is. Okay, whatever it is that you're doing out there with the cooperation and the profound realization of yourself. Maybe not throwing your sexuality around, not being so casual, because we are talking about the Empress figure, and the Empress figure does not give out no community pussy. Not that that's what you're doing, okay? But perhaps you need to take a little more care with that golden box that the Creator gave you. Okay? Take a little more care. Realize that that matters to your well-being and to your ability to relax. That might have something to do with your low self-esteem. Perhaps the proper supports weren't there when you needed them growing up or in a particular relationship or in a situation. Happens to a lot of us where we don't have the right supports. Now, of course, there's a rainbow of things that we do to express that from person to person. But the bottom line is, don't take sexual energy for granted. Do the right thing with sexual energy. It's not throwaway energy. It's not recreation. It is the building blocks of fucking humanity. It's not a fucking game. You don't play with that kind of power. So, in order to relax, be more mindful and careful with your sexual energy. Make sure you're doing the right thing, because that lines up with the Creator's will. And that's how you end up having your own throne and being an empress yourself for whoever wasn't the empress yet. Why don't you have to worry about the future? How can you ease your mind about this thing, the future? You will have the opportunity to connect with the spirit world, with the dead, with your ancestors. You will have the opportunity to heal. Yeah. The ancestors do want to be helpful to you. They do. They want to be helpful to you. Reach out to them, or you will reach out to them, especially through this refinement process where you're burning up the karma. That's refinement. Okay? It's like distillation, where you're purifying a thing, doing alchemy. Okay? So you will be made whole. This is the time before revelation. And the confusion wasn't out of malice, if you were having any confusion. It's not out of malice. It's just a lack of interpretive effort. And that's where the growing up comes in. Okay? That's where the doing the right thing comes in. Okay? We can't be lazy about these things. We have to do the critical thinking. That's what's going to happen. You're going to start to see things a little more clearly. You're going to start to instinctively travel in the right direction with your energy and your time and the the connections that you make. You know what I mean? So any pain that you're suffering or any karma, or stress or strain, whatever you had confused in your head, it was because you weren't putting the energy that you needed to put in to clarify, what does this mean? What is the meaning of that? How do I do this in order to get that outcome? Is this really what that is? Comb over the shit. And if you don't have the energy to comb over the shit, rest yourself until you do. Don't make no sudden moves, because that's how you get the wheel of karma to spin and end up in this oven. See what I'm saying? So to avoid all that, put a little interpretive effort in and root yourself in the knowledge that you are worthy. You are worthy of care. You don't have to give away your sexuality to be cared for. Start by caring for yourself. Self-love tour, all 2021. Cancer, I hope this message helped you. I really do. For more deep-ass readings where we see that we were way more important than we even gave ourselves credit for. And now it's time to walk in that truth. Like these, like, share, and subscribe, comment, and hit the notification bell. On your way out, pick up a copy of Discriminating Wisdom and start discriminating wisely, okay? Discriminating Wisdom is definitely the handbook to the Empress Throne, okay? The Empress Handbook, get you a copy, okay? If you need a personal, absolutely you are welcome to get a personal. Tag this video. Meet me in the email with the detail. All right, Cancer? I will see you again soon behind the black veil.